So what I pulled away from the video was that President Carter believed that the Americans were losing, or Americans were losing faith in the president and the direction of the country. Um, Two of the examples I pulled from the speech is about pretty much how he highlights. He says, "We always had a faith in the days our children would be better than our own." He's pretty much saying, "Hey, we used to believe that it's got to be better for the next person." And people are kind of losing hope in that because obviously it's post-Vietnam, it's post-war, so everyone's kind of losing that sight. And there's obviously some shortages going on too, other than just morale. But for the most part, being in the military, I understand where President Carter's coming from because whenever you start to lose faith in your immediate leadership or your leadership altogether, it kind of spirals out of control. So it kind of makes sense why he was putting this message out. And then the second example from the speech was the symptoms of the crisis are all around us. For the first time in our country, a majority of our people believe that the next 5 years will be worse than the past 5 years. This is talking about how negative Americans have become. But once again, when this came out, it was pretty much 4 years, three and a half, whatever it is, 4 years after Vietnam. So everyone believes that, hey, we just did a really horrible thing over there, and it just feels like we're going down this path of I guess not really destruction, but path of not what the American dream or what our founding fathers would want, which just kind of makes sense why he'd put this out. Like I said before, when you start losing faith in your leaders, it really does kind of spiral. And I think it's kind of relevant to today's terms too. A lot of people feel like this with our current administration, or it feels like we're kind of losing that core values of like the Constitution and how we should always follow it. So it kind of makes sense to me. Even the speech makes sense nowadays. And yeah. And the other thing I kind of pulled out from this was really the direction of the country, that aspect of it, how it seemed like it feels like he talks about how the country's, well, that doesn't really talk about, but it's like more directed at, he feels like the country is kind of going in the wrong direction of like we're not being weakened, we shouldn't be fighting against each other, kind of. And yeah, just kind of stems back to, I think, the founding fathers, where they were like, they didn't really know the two-party system. Everyone should be united. We should always support each other. And I still think we should have that to this day too. But yeah, that's pretty much all I really pulled from this speech. I only watched the 17-minute speech. I did not watch the full 33-minute speech. But yeah, that's pretty much what I pulled from it.